No matter how important it seems at any particular moment in time, every significant historical event will eventually fade into a simple, placid, analytical historical event. It will simply become part of the record. It will lose most of the special emotional significance that it holds today. So with that in mind, be less concerned with the events of today, with how important and essential and singular they seem today, because all throughout history everyone has felt that way. That's not to say that events today should be disregarded or not treated as important, or that there's anything wrong with having a strong emotional attachment or engagement with events happening today. But it still remains important to recognize that every event seems like it's the beginning of the world or the end of the world for the people who live through it. It seems like it's the only thing that will ever matter to them in that moment. But eventually, all things fade away. Eventually, we all simply look back on them as no doubt important, very important, things that shaped the world we live in today, but all the same, not necessarily something worth either living for or dying for. They simply are what they are, and it's important not to become too wrapped up in what seems like the most important thing in the world today when it's not directly affecting our lives. Which isn't to say that we shouldn't engage with it or treat it as significant, because these events usually are significant. That's why we feel that way. But all the same, we can lose sight of our futures by becoming too attached to what is happening today. Just as we can lose sight of today by becoming too obsessed with the future. Both are equally important. Both are one and the same. It's essential to not lose sight of either one or become too obsessed with either one. It's essential to remain very vigilant of obsessions that occur with important events, things we feel very strongly about. Those feelings can be a potent and useful guide, but they can also lead us astray if we don't balance them with pragmatic logic and a willingness to look past the moment and think about the future. Think about the past, for that matter. Think about all the things that people have believed to be the only thing that will ever matter. But then, of course, the world inevitably goes on. No matter how good or bad something is right here and right now, it will inevitably be swept up in the vast current of future events.